We are back at it yet again, and look at this, look at this, look at this. Bam. Freaking perfect for the camera. We're back at it again. This is day one of turning my WRX into an STI. And some people got bothered by me saying that. I'm never going to call my car an STI, but this is the beginning of the STI swap. And I'm pretty excited about it. We're hopping in the GC right now. We're going to head over to Subaru and pick up some parts that I need. And then I'll show you guys all the parts that have came in. Got a clutch, got the flywheel, got a few extra little things here and there. And this is going to be the beginning. We're going to go ahead and start tearing into the WRX. I'm pretty excited about it. We pretty much got all day today to see how far we can get. I don't know how far I'm going to get. We'll see. Hopefully I can get this thing freaking torn apart and ready to go for the swap. So we're going to head over to Subaru. I'll see you guys there. Bam! Shout out to the boys again at Subaru Santa Cruz. They're always hooking me up with a little discount, so I appreciate that. Anyway, we got brand new flywheel bolts because you never want to reuse them, or at least typically they're torque to yield, so you probably don't want to reuse them. Pretty cheap. It's like 13 bucks or whatever, so I got that. And I also got a little spring I showed you guys earlier. That's for the fork to retain that. There's also a little pin that goes through the fork, which is this guy right here. And then also I got this little plug as well that's covering that little pin that goes through. So now what we're gonna go do is head to my house. Hopefully Steven replies to me, because he just, you know, is being an a-hole right now. He's not replying to me and I need his help. So I think he senses that I need help and he's not responding, so that's okay. Anyway, we're fine. We're gonna go start the swap. Should be good. So I realized that I actually need to take out the exhaust, obviously, before I start getting into all the other stuff like the drive shaft, the rear differential, the transmission. It looks like it's just gonna be a lot easier, obviously, to take out the exhaust for even putting in the transmission as well. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do, get this exhaust out of here, and then we'll move on. Quick update for the boys. You guys saw we got the exhaust off. You also saw, I forgot to mention, you should obviously drain the transmission as well before I start pulling axles and drive shaft out, because obviously once I do that, we're going to start getting some gear oil everywhere, so it's a good idea to obviously drain it. So while that's getting drained, you guys saw me pulling off this little cover for the drive shaft as well, right next to the rear differential. And to be honest, I didn't look up how to do any of this. I'm kind of just obviously going by what I think should go in order, I guess, if that makes sense. So first thing I think I'm going to do is actually pull out this drive shaft now that there's pretty much no gear oil in the transmission. And I'm just kind of getting stuff out of the way. Like, obviously I saw the exhaust was in the way, took that off, this little cover here as well. And now that that's off, I'm going to actually get a few bolts off of the I think there's about 4 nuts holding on the drive shaft to the rear differential, and once I get that off, then you actually can just slip the drive shaft out of the transmission itself. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do, get this drive shaft out of here, and then I think I'm going to start actually trying to get this rear differential out as well. So I'm going to keep it going. Now, as you can see, there are 4 nuts that you need to get, and the only way that you could access them and let you actually get some leverage to pull against it is you have to either obviously have someone step on the brakes, or I just pull the e-brake because I'm obviously by myself right now. And you could rotate it, obviously transmission in neutral, e-brake not on. You have the ability where you can actually move the drive shaft, of course, but every time you actually have to get a nut off, then you actually have to rotate the drive shaft. But I was able to actually get 3 of them off, so I only needed to do this once. Have it in this position, get 1, 2, 3, and then let off the e-brake, rotate it to where the last one you need to get, and then obviously you can get the last one, which is exactly what I just did. So now I'm gonna let the e-brake go again, get the last nuts off, and we're good to go. All the nuts are out. Now, literally, it comes right off. There it is. All right, drive shaft out. All right, so we got the WRX drive shaft out, and obviously you can see why you need to replace it. The WRX one is a little bit skinnier and just slightly longer than the STI one, which you can tell is a little bit thicker and a little bit shorter, and there's a couple more key differences. This looks like a universal joint kind of thing. So you can kind of see the joints look a little bit different as well, and the fact that this is a little bit skinnier here and obviously a little beefier there on the STI one, so obviously slight differences. Pretty cool. Being slightly slower than I expected. All we really got done today is remove wheels and drive shaft, at least off that list, but of course we drained the trans as well, and there's also got off the exhaust and removed a couple things for the rear differential as well. So although we only got 2 things marked off the list, we actually are making some progress, which I'm really stoked on, and I'm just getting myself all set up for tomorrow, because I could definitely put in a few hours tomorrow as well, so I'm pretty excited about that. So that's definitely going to be it for round 1 or phase 1 of the STI project. So I'm pretty excited on it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace out.